And now when I upload this, it's going to be like copyright strike for F1 intro music. I do like this tune as a F1 intro song. There's one, I think, in the 2000s or the 90s that's pretty cool too. Play music without copyright if you want. It can be edited out, but I don't know if it will edit out just the song and leave my commentary intact or not. I haven't like usually like it's fine. I don't mind like if it's just like you can't make money off ads on this. I'm like, I don't plan to anyway, so. But there was a Knights of the Old Republic playthrough where the claimant was actively blocking videos, so I had to remove the in-game music from the games to allow them to remain uploaded on YouTube. That specific thing is what I really don't want to happen. Any of the other outcomes is just like whatever. You might just wag your copyright finger at me and I'm just like, I ain't monetizing your stuff, I'm just here for entertainment. This version of the song goes on for like 6 minutes too. Oh, it just loops. Oh, the copyright-free category, what kind of music do you like, even? Oh no. Oh, it won't be that bad. I don't know if I have autoplay out or not either. There's supposed to be some way to have like a music player that plays music for streamers, but I've never figured it out. I think the lower the volume is on the copyrighted music, like the less likely it is to like pick it up. Like if everything else is louder, but you can still kind of maybe hear it a little bit. Before we do that, let's look for another song. Yeah, here we go. We'll run the soundtrack for F1 2012 here, actually. It's one of my favorite little soundtracks that gets it gets reused in a lot of the subsequent Cody's games. I just have to find somewhere to put the mini player now. Yeah, all the way up to, I think, F1 2014 just reuses a lot of the music that's on the soundtrack. Like, these various tunes just appear in all the F1 games up to... And then F1 2015 ends up being a little bit different. I listen to a lot of this soundtrack a lot too in F1 games. One that I really enjoy while looking for like something to listen to in the background is the F1 PlayStation 1 Formula 1 for the PSX, that soundtrack. And Formula 1 Championship Edition PS1. I don't think the PS3 version has a lot of music in it, actually. Not anything that I would consider memorable. Now we come to one of my personal favorite tunes from the soundtrack. That's to play in career mode while you're trying to set yourself up for practice and qualifying. F1 2012. My Alexa is now on the music. But F1 2013, which is that in 2014 where I ended up hearing it the most. I didn't actually play much of 2012. But they reused this tune in those games. Yeah, the music is hearable on stream though, isn't it? Just like it's kind of meant to be background, but not like I am the background. Like I am become all sound. Alexa, is that on what device is Alexa? Is that Amazon? And Siri is Apple. I can never keep the specific devices like straight. Amazon, okay. Yeah, the Codemasters era of Formula One was really a good time. I have not enjoyed like F1 games as much since Codemasters was bought out by EA. And people say EA didn't really influence that first one, but I don't know. Yeah, we can let the grip develop. If you're gonna run, you might as well run closer to the end than the beginning. You don't like F1 Life, man? That's crazy. I love it so much that nobody ever. The changes to the handling model they made between 2020 and 2021, and the improvements to the FI, or the AI, I wasn't really a huge fan of either. And 2022 kind of continued on with the changes from 2021 that I didn't really care for. They're like, no, don't go this way. And then they're like, we'll continue going this way. The F1 Life is an EA mandate, I'm pretty sure. F1 21 was better. Oh, versus 22, it definitely is. I maintain 2020 is better than both. In fact, at some point in the relatively near to medium future, I'll probably play F1 2020 again. I don't have a ton of interest in I'm going to spend every second of life. Actually, in the modern F1 series, I would say that the ones that you absolutely should play are F1 2020, F1 2017, and F1 2013. If you're a fan of the V8 era, and 2016 if you like the old cars to the 2017 cars. Alright. Oh, I didn't run Fawcett for qualifying, did I? I forgot. Alright, hold on. I need to properly prepare myself. Oh, I played the game a month, become an F1 manager, and it's trash. Ah. Yeah, apparently it has cut into EA's sales. F1 manager. Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, we'll leave the F1 soundtrack running in the background. Don't know if you're like a wrestling fan or not. You kind of have to be into wrestling to understand that music. Where are we? We're going to start with Miss Houghton. I don't think she's married. Maybe she did get married and I missed it. We'll start at 45 laps. Don't love it? I watch wrestling all my life. I know everyone does it. Not everyone's into it. Do I watch NASCAR? Not really. NASCAR, they go around in a circle for like 10 laps and crash into each other. And then they go really slow and they restart the race and they do it all over again. Oh wow, we're 82 degrees. Cool. Not a huge fan of the playoff system they have either. Olivia wanted to quote. What? You're faster. You're faster than the main car. How are you not happy? Call of Duty, never played Call of Duty. Never, ever, ever have I played Call of Duty. Or Battlefield, for that matter. If you're asking me, like, do you play first-person shooters? Like, my only real answers to that are, like, Wolfenstein, Doom, and Quake. God, I was in the 90s. I haven't really played. Quake 4, I think, was the last. Actually, that's not true. I played Wolfenstein, the rebooted Wolfenstein from, I think it was like 2016. I haven't played any of the sequels. Or the rebooted Doom, but I think I have that. Let me double check. Yes, I actually did grab that on a Steam sale, so I do actually have a copy of that. Most of what I do these days is just playing racing simulators or role-playing games. It's not one of those two things, like, I'm just like, whatever, man. They run hard for like the first couple of laps, and then they're like, oh, I better slow down in this heat. I have no idea what this song is. Oh, okay. Now I know what it is. Just couldn't hear it very well. I was like, what is that noise? I think this is one of the few tracks where our super soft perk actually does work pretty good. Because the super softs actually do get pretty good speed. Just not generally with Houghton behind the wheel. It'll be interesting to see what happens when I finally do upload this to YouTube and probably like a month from now, actually. I've uploaded up to Season 3 of this career mode. So I haven't uploaded any of Season 4 yet. And then with that, obviously not any of Season 5 either. Which is to say I haven't at the time of filming this. when this goes onto YouTube, obviously it will have been uploaded. Good old post dating. Feel the power. I'm gonna fill in the blanks on that word and assume that's what it is. Oh, the pressure, not the power. Feel it. Nah, never in my life I haven't played Call of Duty. As strange as it is to say, I completely missed like the big Activision Call of Duty surge. Been a fan of Activision due to other games they've put out, but not Call of Duty. Oh wow, Counter-Strike is at the back. That's definitely not normal. Looks like we're wearing the same as Kojovic. Taliso is just way out there and really fast for some reason. I don't know. We may be needing to beat Equipment Elise for 4th this season. With how strong Montpellier has been. Trying to see how much soundtrack I have left. Get him, Amber. Get him. Crap. I have to back off again. endurance is a little boring after a bit, and to prove it, I have fallen asleep at the end of many streams. Yeah, I'm kind of anticipating being able to win by the 6th season. And that is probably where it will finish. At least for the time being, for this particular career mode. Once I get that far. It does take extraordinary patience to run these. But you have to endure. If you fall asleep, then your cars will run out of tires and fuel, and your drivers will be like, when are you going to call me into the pits? I think actually one of the messages would be so urgent that they would actually pause the game. Oh, these cool down way faster. What hour is it where you're at? Oh, you must be on the West Coast? Something like that, isn't it? It's actually 1:30 here. I'm a night owl. Los Angeles. I was there for a little bit, many, many years back. One of the cities I would never want to drive in. Just like too many. Yeah, let me just never or drive out in this road with like 5 million cars. We have a couple 100,000 in Minnesota, and that's bad enough. Driving here can be bad, but you get used to it. Honk, honk, mofos. There was this one time when my wife was new to driving, and we were at a stoplight, and for whatever reason there were these two younger women that the driver was just enraged with her for some reason. And she turns to me and she's like, well, what did I do? I was like, I don't know. They're angry with her, and I didn't know why. And the only thing I could think of that would explain it would be like road rage. There's some perceived slight that they got mad at my wife about. But we hadn't paid any attention to this car before these girls got mad, so... Whatever the triggering incident was, we just weren't aware. Oh wow, it looks like Cote just flat out stayed open. Well, actually doing surprisingly well. The finger, like terrifying rage gestures. I was like, I don't know, maybe they're like using some really intense stimulants. Wouldn't even want to venture a guess as to the exact drug. That's what we call a middle finger. Yeah. One of those. Show the gesture without like letting the finger itself kind of be caught on camera. Oh, yeah, let's actually. Uh-oh, how many... I'm like, how much fuel should I use? I don't know. And it was kind of too late in the game to actually pause it, so... We will fill, even if I don't intend to stay out forever. Actually, the stamina is such that I think Boisu can run an hour, so we'll just fuel for an hour. Hey, well, Laura's gained another stamina point. That's really neat. Alright, we are getting to the end of this soundtrack. Is there anything you're interested in hearing, AJB? For our very, very soft background noise music. We have about 5 to 6 minutes to answer from what's left here, I think. Well, that was close. Ah, you already have Alexa playing. Not really sure. Should I just dig into Nintendo soundtracks? Old NES games. What's on Alexa? So I'm curious because I don't have Alexa. We don't want Alexa to know nothing about what goes on in this house. What goes on in this house stays in this house, and Alexa don't need to know. Yeah, my softer tire is cooling quicker. Giselle gets easily. It's passed pretty easily. That. I was not really ready for that. Yeah, I think we can just run the heck out of higher engine mode because I think the engines get strained enough to run into the red zone in this race. But our suspension and various wings, however, might. Alright, I need to find something. Gyrus. Oh, I don't remember if I played that. A lot of random games I've played. Let's go NES. It's like 235 songs from various NES games here. I play apparently at full volume. Jesus. Not that loud. Not that loud, YouTube. I did it in a new window. That's why that happened. Alright. That's better. This is from Star Tropics. Never played it. Don't know what it is. But I have a little mini player and that's what it tells me this is from. Got a nice beat to it. Out of all the NES games that are out there, I've maybe like properly played like 10% of them. Noir cut a corner. Did Noir get in trouble for that? Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. For the NES. I need to get myself a new bottle of water, so I need to find a good window to do that. If we do this, I probably have time. I'll be back. Whoops. You still there, AJB? The drink of the moment is artificial strawberry lemonade. Barely. If you do fall asleep and you're interested in seeing how these end, they do get published onto Twitch where they remain for at least 2 weeks. Something that might be worth knowing. Oh. Oh, jeez. First sip was very, very strong. I need to mix this stuff in there a little bit better. Woo! Oh, Tiny Toons. I didn't care much for like actually watching Tiny Toons, but the song is like really, it's like one of the best. It's pretty faithful. You're awake now. Yeah. God damn. My strawberry drink does have caffeine. This does not. Woo, that first sip was goddamn strong. Yeah, sometimes it can be awkward, like when people find out that I was actually around for the NES era as a kid, and I'm 40 years old now. But this was a game that like one of my friends actually had at his house, Tiny Toons. Metal Gear. Snake's Revenge I had for the NES, but not Metal Gear. Are we legitimately third? Maybe not. That's 2 stops, isn't it? Oh. No, that was Taylor's first stop. Dang, we're legitimately third. We're gonna have to hold it after we're gonna have to hold it pretty deep into the race though. Like with componental failures. We're actually running surprisingly well in this race. Shinzu Boom is like the only team we're not really touching. Snake's Revenge! I struggle with the beginning of the game, so I've heard this music a lot. Funny enough, I've never legitimately beaten Snake's Revenge. Yeah, the slower stamina depletion definitely makes it not as fun to have Jan's daughter as a driver. Simon's Quest. I never really figured out how to progress in Simon's Quest until long after having the game. Till long after playing it as a kid, I mean. That game was purchased for me, and I could never make heads or tails of what you had to do in it. That music's really soft for some reason. Do 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 do. Go like 43 laps. Whoops. Yeah. That could be a problem. The brakes are not going to make things easy for me. Oh yeah, Vanderstedt also. I'll get Boisu in there. You've fallen asleep and you can hear me in your sleep. I'm going to try to plant really weird greens into your brain. Because what else am I going to do with my time? Asterix is the background music now. Football Manager 23. My wife played that game like crack cocaine years ago. That game series, I mean. It's a really well done Super Mario 2. I'm going to give it a little bit more volume. Actually, not really that strong. I played Football Manager. I couldn't really get into it, but it's not through any fault of the game. It's just, I don't think the game was for me. It's one of those games where it doesn't really fit me playing it. But like as far as like what I played and like how detailed it is, like it's done really well. It's kind of the ideal, like you can kind of hear an inflection of background music there, but you can't really hear what it is until I actually like stop all the other sound. It's kind of how I want it. Turn off the battery for some reason. Or the auto manage button. So Muller consumes his battery to get ahead, and then he's probably going to immediately get repassed. Silver Surfer. And that's playing really loud. Also, personally never played Silver Surfer. If I had, my NES might not have survived. Because I've heard about how difficult this game actually is. So I go from really quiet songs to Silver Surfer just kind of overpowering him. Oh wow, we're actually fighting Taylor for position. What kind of games do you generally play at AJB? Assuming you're still awake to answer the question. Racing. Specific games? F1 Manager, I assume. My main issue, like, as far as, like, streaming and playing stuff is very rarely do I, like, play anything that is, like, new and, like, the mainstream thing that's being played, like, as a shiny gem. I play a lot of nostalgia games and sometimes newer stuff that's like several years old by the time I get around to it. My interests in gaming are weird. We just have to pause it for a minute and appreciate the moon theme from DuckTales. The remastered version of this song is pretty cool too. The I think it's PS3, Xbox, and Wii U. I think those are the platforms that came out on the DuckTales remastered. Yes. Gets the blood pumping. Playing Forza after wanting to die, seeing how much there's to do in the new game. But hey, we are back trying to complete some of the game. Good part song is on. I'm gaining energy. I did want to play Gran Turismo. I did and do want to play Gran Turismo 7. All the microtransaction stuff that's been going on with it, the always online requirements. Another classic. Ninja Turtles. Made by Alter Games, also Konami. One of the ways to get around the publishing restrictions of Nintendo. Music in Turtles 1, great. The game itself, oh. If I end up needing to fix the brakes and the suspension, that won't be the end of the world. Those don't take an incredibly long amount of time to repair. Actually, I've been going kind of peeking through my physical PS4 library to see what's in there that I can play that I haven't played for public before. Getting to the halfway point. Batman. I was kind of dreading doing this race originally. Alexa has ads. YouTube is supposed to, but I have an ad blocker that runs on a lot of the music. But that's even supposed to interrupt you and put ads on. I am Batman. Sunsoft was involved in this game? The same Sunsoft that kind of disappeared after the 16-bit era? Metal Gear Solid. Let's appreciate it for a little bit here. And then we'll move on. I feel asleep. That might be appropriate to this situation. There's a guard in Metal Gear Solid that says that instead of I fell asleep. It just like doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I was really dreading this race, but we're actually doing really well. Contra. Oh snap, we're gonna lead some laps. I don't know if we're gonna do much more than that. part of the soundtrack have we got? Let me see. I'm gonna open up another window. Hit the stop button. Trying to find the right volume inflection. Super Nintendo WWE wrestling games. WWF. At the time. Crush. Crush that brain. Crush was one of my favorites back in the day. Just the absolute best. What if we just fix all these shenanigans now? Just get it out of the way and then they should last like the next 3 hours. Hacksaw! Oh! Do, 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 do. We don't have to worry about this quite yet. £275 Hulk Hogan. I guess he was by 93. It was at like 275. They're just instrumentals. I am a real American, fight for the rights of every man. I never really liked Hulk Hogan though. But you do have to admit the theme song is catchy. AI going to soft tires, I think, plays into my hands even more. Voice 2 is gonna, or not, Car 2 is gonna come out ahead. Just playing it safe on the repair front. IRS. Popularized wrestling in a suit and tie. Papa Shango. Comma, Godfather. Dude finished people with the shoulder breaker in this era though. Like, okay. '93 was such a weird year for wrestling games. Hogan appeared in the Genesis Royal Rumble game, but nothing else, not the Super Nintendo Royal Rumble game, or the Rage in the Cage game that came out later that year. Just so weird. How far are we into this? Okay, we've got... I don't think this song is copyrighted at all. It's public domain. Macho Man got to take that with him to WCW. Now we're like 5th in points. I'm actually hoping this car will make a recovery. do some 16-bit. Hey, Axel, how you doing, man? It's going. I had a really good finish lined up, and I had to fix some parts with this 9th place car now. We were like, I think we're kind of leading, maybe like legitimate podium position. So like this car we're building in this Endurance Series feels like it's almost there. Like kind of like almost but not quite. Doing okay, busy, which is good. About to turn 30 in like 6 days. So kind of going through a new life stage. Just wait till you turn 40. Then it's gonna be like, man, I'm old. Now we're trying to finish 4th in team points. Which this Houghton car is going to need a couple more positions to pull that off. Like 2 positions. The seasons have been 10 rounds, but that changed this season. Season 5, we are in the 4th race of 11. And next season, it's going to be 12 races, because they added another one to the calendar. And Houghton got by Udris there with very little fanfare notice from me. But yeah, we're getting to about the halfway point. We're higher than we need to be, but my finishes have been a little disappointing, so we do need to be careful that we don't slip. That we slide under 4th and start basically getting our boss mad at us. Because that kind of stuff does happen. So you're 30 in 6 days. You've been working with Out of the Park for how many years now? You must have been like in your mid-20s when we kind of met on Twitch. Oh yeah, now we're 3rd. 4 or 5, we got a 3rd place that we can hold. Been a mod for 8? Oh. Since you were 22. God damn. I'm trying to see how far back into the series I own. My first copy of the game is 2017. I was curious when I started getting copies of the game. I've been playing since 11. Yeah, I simply haven't been aware of the series for that long. 17, I think, is when I learned about it. Got lucky and found a freshman year of college. What do you actually do for them, if I may ask? Just my own curiosity. Technical support? Okay, so people have problems with the game and document issues and solve technical problems. When you stream for them, are you streaming for them in an official capacity too? I was wondering about that. Game promotion or whatever? Ah, so you stream for them officially on Saturdays. Yeah, because the last couple of years, ever since you guys introduced the perfect team mode, I've kind of been like buying the game on sale and using, like how you play slow chess, I kind of do that with the perfect team mode. And that's mostly how I've been playing that game for like the last 2 or 3 years. Like, you just go in with the points that you're given, and I try to make the best moves I can to build the team. Just a little casual player style, yeah. The last couple of weeks I've been putting some real effort into moving some of the collection missions along to acquire even more players. I'm surprised how easy the team missions were. Like, they collect the first 20 cards, and then you collect, like, I think it's about 75% of the team, and you get a lot of good stuff for that. I followed the Stone League, and that got me back up to Iron real fast. Wish there were more team missions this year. Perfect team content has been hit or miss this year. Made Diamond for 2 weeks. I assume it's kind of tough with like higher league guys just because you can buy those perfect points, can't you? And people can just build ridiculous teams like by spending actual money on it. So that really is only like so far you can go. I'm trying to see how far up I might be able to climb. Right now I'm in the Iron League, and with the players I have, I'm kind of like trading first place with another team. Go to Vanderstead for the next. We're on for like an hour here. Yeah, you can throw money at the game to purchase more packs of players from the card shop. Just been a little lackluster on pacing and driving forces for cards this year. I think last year I tried to make stuff happen by purchasing. Like I had a bunch of points accumulated up and I just tried to purchase a bunch of packs. But I've been trying to earn most of them through missions this time around. Then letting the computer tell you what the best lineup is. Because sometimes they like lower rated players better for like their hitting or whatever. Or maybe they're a defensive genius. You let the AI set anything up? I was manually like putting stuff in, and then I was losing until I let the AI just start setting up the teams. So they do seem to optimize based on like the best average stats of everything. So if you need to know what perfect player is better than the other. Like, I do know that if you did enough complex mathematical equations on like all the various numbers, you could figure out which 90 is better than the next one. But I play the game to relax my brain, not necessarily to use too much of it. Whoops. I overcooled these tires. On to the end of OOTP. I assume that like the results you get in like the simulated games are random occurrences with a better chance of winning with better players and various stats. And then you plug two teams together in your stream and you get a 12-12 tie. Which cracked me up because the minute you said don't tie, I'm like, they're going to tie. You shouldn't have said it. You conjured it into existence. Now we are tied for third. I'd take that if that's the way it crumbles. Jinx both the Reapers and the tie. Was that a league of community created players that was on that stream? I thought for sure the other guys would have a good chance because that center fielder's defensive rating looked really good. Shows what I know about the game, really. Yeah, community league. Yeah, I think it was 8-0 at one point. My car 3 is actually really quick. We're legitimately back in 5th already. That's crazy. This is the first race they've actually been, like, pretty strong. The first race I finished really strong, and then the next two were a struggle. But it looks like my upgrades have finally started to pay off. Now we've kind of got some reliability into it too. Yeah, I got some. This race is pretty dependent on suspension, which I've just kind of gotten upgrades in for. And then I'm trying to think. We've done engine. I think it's engine and suspension so far. But the suspension work that I did, I think has been just enough to kind of start crushing into this race. So, I was trying to figure out what your tiebreaker situation was for that league. Because you had, the Reapers have to play, I forget what the other team's name, but they had to play for the division there. And then there's a tie between the three teams for the wild card spot. So whoever doesn't win the division has to tiebreak for the wild card, I believe is how that works. And then you had another game that seemed completely unrelated to that. Maybe it was part of the tiebreaker in a way I didn't understand. Or maybe you're just running the wild card game like simultaneous with it, or I don't know. Oh, you have a conference tiebreaker? Makes sense. No matter for those three teams all tied. So basically the Reapers have put themselves into a position where they could win the wild card and after burning through two starting pitchers. Which I would say is their own dang fault for being like so terrible. Yeah, they could win either tiebreaker technically. If they fail to like snag the division, they could win the wild card tiebreaker, but then they'd have to burn through two pitchers, two starters. Loser of the first game wins against the Reapers. Isn't it the Reapers that have to play... I apologize for trying to wrap my brain around this, but don't the Reapers and the team they're tied with play for the division? So if the Reapers win that tiebreaker, they would just be in as the division winners, right? Oh, I thought there was a tie for the division lead too. Oh, was it? Okay. So there are three teams tied for the wild card. Okay, Nobles and Ninjas. I see. So the Reapers are the ones that are playing for the wild card tiebreaker. Now I'm not confused. So whoever loses between the nobles and ninjas will have to burn through 2 pitchers. That's just nuts. Winning the division is the preferred route because then you only have to use 1 pitcher to get in, like in. All right. I really have to use the restroom, so I will be back in like a minute at most. Sorry about that. You'd rather have your number 3 starter go first than starting at number 2 means your ace will only pitch once in the round robin. See if the loser of the Ninjas Nobles go with their number 3 starter against the Reapers. Since that would be their best play. So are those games entirely managed by the AI? That's just what I'm wondering right now at this this point in time. We should be fine. Famous last words. It might just be me, but if it was up to me, I would bring up my ace out to the first tiebreaker game. Because it doesn't really much matter. Doesn't much matter what goes on until you actually get into the playoffs. So if your ace was available, you want to use your ace. But I don't know like how much of a break there is between the end of the season and the playoffs, so maybe they've had to use their ace to make sure they would win enough games to reach the playoffs. It'll certainly be exciting. Yeah, I haven't. I'm just sorry, I'm not too familiar with these teams, but like I only managed to like reach that stream because it happened to pop up in my feed, so I went to check it out. Like yeah, BYP. I think my time just hasn't been lining up with when the streams have been happening. I think my free time. And the way I generally figure out streams are happening is that I look on my panel to see which followed channels were. Oh, you're at 2 p.m. Now it's 8 p.m. That might be why I'm starting to see them. Go, Laura, get it. I think you might have been around when I was pushing Laura and the single-seater series too. And now I'm in the endurance series where she's just one of 3 drivers. And not even the best potential one. Well, 3.5 stars. And then I think an average of about 3 over here, maybe a little over. With where their talent is currently, it's actually considered the worst driver lineup on the team. But with their potential, like, if they realize their potential, that could end up changing. I've been loath to like commit money to drivers that are technically better because you usually end up having to spend twice as much to get replacement drivers versus just re-signing loyal ones. Alright. So as it stands now, we would finish third best in points, and we will move into third. The stats update with my positions live as happens. That's what the drivers looks like. Points count for each driver. You can actually shuffle the drivers back and forth through the cars, like if you want a really confusing driver championship picture. Oh, actually, My teammate is the next driver up to be passed. I do believe it was many, many years back. I don't remember if it was building my own team or Predator Racing, where I was trying to move up the ranks with Enrica Laura and Asia Pinello. Who I think was an auto-gen driver, or was a AI generator driver. Because I've never found her, like, in subsequent playthroughs. But Laura's always there. Maybe specific drivers generate, but Asia doesn't generate for the Endurance series. Because some of these drivers you can use in the single-seater and Endurance and GT. Some of them are like GT only. Some are like GT Endurance, single-seater GT. So there are some drivers you can't sign because you're in the Endurance series. Alright, so she got by the teammate. Ooh. We are potentially knocking on the door of a third place, too. Yeah, Asia Pinello. I think I also ruined her with, she became fitness crazed and then she got into steroids and it was kind of ugly. But I think she was AI generated. The best driver, like from the base game, I believe is Zoe Sharp. Like just the one that starts like at a pure, or almost a pure 5 stars. But she's not available in the Endurance series, so we can't sign her. We wouldn't be able to sign her anyway because she's too good. You have to be a motorsport legend to even have a prayer of signing her up. I heard my YouTube thing paused for some reason. Sad to play that music. Oh, we're in yeah, this could turn into something actually. We have Taylor back here. Pamplona is pretty quick. But we do have the advantage of our teammate rear guarding. We'd actually finish behind only Shinzu Boom if we hold this. I'm not expecting to beat the Shinzu in a straight-up race. It's just not going to happen. I don't think. Unless their pit planning is poor, then it gets exciting. Looks like our tires are slightly better for speed. This car is being propped up a little bit by being light-footed on super softs. Come on, Zach. There's only 20 minutes left. 20 in-game minutes left. Yeah, that Shinzo, I think, is just going to prove to be a little bit too quick. Yeah, just trying to be careful on fuel consumption. If you're not careful enough on it, you actually can run out of fuel, and it's... I have lost a position in the first race of the season by actually running out of fuel. I think the thing working against Taylor is the fact that he's pushing on the softest tire. And his tires are now wearing faster than Boise's. Our tires will easily reach the end, so that's good. So your next stream for your Out of the Park games is 8 p.m. Pacific, right? So 10 for me? 10 p.m.? Yeah, you said Friday 8. Central Time Zone, I think, is 10. Unless we change daylight savings, it'll be an hour earlier. Oh. So you'd be doing it at 7 then? Oh, Arizona doesn't recognize daylight savings, do they? We're the only place in the country that doesn't, right? I was like, if it went back, you would go back too, wouldn't you? But I think Arizona just straight up doesn't recognize it. But then I don't know how short your days actually get. How long are your days in December? We probably, I think, do about 9 or 10 hours of daylight. The closer you are to the North Pole, like the worse it gets. Oh, he actually is on Boisu now. Oh, he is, he is actually on a tire that is not... It's seen better days. We don't care about any of that. Almost always 12 hours, does it not? It must change a little bit. Right? Okay, we're still third. And Laura's far enough ahead where she won't get overtaken. I could have, like, turned up my driving to push, but it's too late now. Six sunrise and 8 sunset. So you get 14. And then you drop down to about 12 then? Just curious. Okay, so it looks like you fall to just under 11 hours this time of year. Actually, that's what you're at right now. Looks like you can look it up for the date. Yeah, we can change the month. Just got Phoenix. So you dropped to about 10 hours in December. Nine hours and 56 minutes at worst. I just want to bring up Minneapolis. We're at 11 hours right now. By December, we have 8 hours and 46 minutes of sun. It gets pretty bleak. So yeah, it's well, 9, but yeah, less than 9. That was a good race result. I think it's probably slightly better. Yeah, I can bring it up for Shakopee, where I live now, where I actually live. $8.47. Based on that, They're actually saying Shakopee. Okay. Yeah. 846. It's like there's like a few minutes difference. Because we're like 10 or 20 miles south of the city. So I get like an extra minute of sunlight. Oh yeah, the result was great. It was a brilliant result. Better result than even the first race, I think. Car 2 was actually relevant, which hadn't been the case all season. Get those marketability points back. So I actually did get the sponsor bonus for the race because we did finish second. Now the only thing I'm not sure about is if that's repeatable. God, I need pit. A race ago, I lost like a ton of my pit crew. I'm not entirely sure as to why. So now I'm trying to slowly kind of bring them back in. We can probably get by with this. Not that it's a fluke, but we did finish above where we should. And the strength of our suspension and brakes, suspension engine and brakes might have been the cause. Might not be something we can count on in the long term. Okay, we need to let sponsor offers kind of pour in now. Alright, and I was just trying to finish work on the suspension. Let's work on the engines while we're at it. Well, first we'll get the suspension. And then we'll worry about after it's kind of there, yeah. So now we'll just kind of try to build all this up. So we're going to need the suspension for the next race. And now we have to immediately... This one, obviously. Millie and first prize money. Yes. And we get... We want this one. And that changes our finances to minus 600,000 per race. And now, yeah, we can't work on everything at once. The basis of the engines being further along, we will... Actually, we'll do that first. And then we immediately work on one more nose, which will finish before the race, but probably won't be ready. But we'll prepare for it like it will be. And then we'll burn to 14 days. $62. Three days. That's basically where I want it. And then we'll work on some of this other stuff that kind of needs it. Simulator's built. Okay, that concerns rear wing. And then there's a few of these other buildings I just need to start getting built. Okay, let's keep going. Financial management. I have plenty of money. Quit harping me. We can request funds. I'm pretty confident we'll be able to keep the chairman happy in the long run. And our costs actually changed slightly because we got the simulator. And then we have a forecasting center in 6 weeks, which is 2 races from now. Alright. Oh, got it. Yes. Now, I want to look... Okay. Now we design rear wings. Because hands down, it's going to be what we need. Gotta have them. Gotta have them on the car within the next 2 races. Now we're going to try to get this wing done as quickly as possible, or this nose. Okay. Oh, and they want to spec them. I just despec'd them the year before, so take a guess what my vote's going to be. It's going to be no. It's going to be no. Still third best. Yeah, we got to get these engines like up to probably a no. Yeah. But we've reached the end for today. Good stuff happened this race this day. We finished far higher than I thought we would. I was actually dreading this race before we came here to do this one. because we had come off the week before with basically a no finish on car 2, which ended up being a really poor team finish overall. And then obviously the week before we only scored 8 points. And then we podiumed and finished with some points in the first race. So obviously this last race was our best result. I don't want to keep churning in results like that. But it's time to say goodbye for the night. I thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already done so, feel free to hit the follow button one time. Sub, like, and share on the YouTube end of things when this gets up there. God knows when, like December. Axel, I will try to catch your stream tomorrow. Or later today, rather. Because it's technically Friday now. And, yeah, we'll see the rest of you guys next time. And hopefully you too, Axel. It's like the old days with you popping in on my Motorsport Manager. But yeah, till next time, have a great one. We'll see you then. Till then, later on.